Well, it's that time, folks. It's that time. And if you ain't been paying attention to what's going on with our former baby girl, Amberlynn Reid, and you haven't found out that she been 100%, 0% demonetized on her channel and took all her videos, 100% of the videos down? No, she got like 99.99% down because I see one video up. But it doesn't matter about that because she doing a lot of hard work over there for free. Is she doing it on the job application sites like Indeed or something like that? Nope, never gonna happen. She instead over there on Instagram doing Q&As. I don't know what she doing over there, but she doing long Q&As and she answering people's questions. And is she telling the truth over there? Nope, never gonna happen. You know why? Because our former baby girl couldn't tell the truth if the truth was her last name. It doesn't matter, folks, because she went over there and she told 100%, 0% the truth. Because look at right here. I'm gonna post this little thing that she talked about right here. Look at this. Boom. So somebody asked her this question: how have you genuinely made millions of dollars and have nothing to show for it? And former baby girl Amberlynn Reid wrote, no, I've never made millions of dollars. Now, Amberlynn Reid, I hate to tell you right here, you trying to say that you telling the truth right here, and it's coming from your mouth right here, that this should be 100%, 0% the truth, correct, right? But you know how it works over here, right? We go and we find the receipts, we do the detectiveness, and we just show Amberlynn Reid how she lied over and over. So I went back in the day and I looked at my folder from years ago and I found a live stream where Amberlynn Reid was bragging how she made like $1.5 million already on YouTube, and that is years ago, folks, like way back in the day. And this is, I can't even say, maybe 4 years ago, 5 years. She was still living with Eric and Ricky, so it was way back then, because even Eric is in the side over here and they talking and all nonsense. So Amberlynn Reid, here's some proof that you made millions of dollars on YouTube and you just lying over here to your audience. Here we go. Boom.
Google says your net worth is $1 million. Thank you for the super chat. Honestly, though, they have it wrong. It's 1.5 million.
But if you want to give me a penny, you can give me a penny.
So you see right there, she bragging. She even had the fan. She waving the fan. She smiling. And she being smug as can be, admitting she made all this millions over there. And now she over here saying, I didn't make no money. This is how many years ago? Maybe 6 years ago when she was living with Eric and Ricky. And then remember the last video? She said she was making $32,000 during a Vlogmas. So she's saying she made 1.5 million almost 6 years ago, a decade ago, whatever it is. And now you not making no money. Now, Amberlynn Reid, the saddest part, you come on to your audience on Instagram, maybe they have no clue what's going on, maybe they didn't watch your videos from 6 and 7 years ago, and you coming over here lying. So either one, you lying now or you was lying there, and there's one fact, you not telling the truth in either situation. So now that we done with that nonsense, we're gonna find another lie that former baby girl Amberlynn Reid been saying. So she did another Instagram post over there, so we're gonna go over and we're gonna read it all out there, a bunch of words, and we're gonna see what she lied about again. So look at right here. Boom. Watched you for 12 years and sad that this is how the era is ending. And our former baby girl goes on to say, thank the people who mass reported me because I have never had an issue before. Before then. Yes, folks, Amberlynn Reid has been the perfect YouTuber. She has never made a mistake. She has never broke a terms of service on YouTube. She has never her channel is completely perfect, right? Absolutely not. That Amberlynn Reid, do you even believe what you're talking about? Because nobody else does. So you know what it is? You made me do a little bit overtime, folks, and I had to do a little bit more detectiveness, and I had to jump back to October of 2024, folks, because Amberlynn Reid got a community guideline straight. She had a video taken down. So you can see this Instagram stuff is nonsense. She telling a complete lie right there, and there's always proof. And you know who's going to have the proof? Me, because look right here. Boom. Here's the video that was taken down right there. It says it has been removed by violating the community guidelines. And there's the link up there in the top. You see with the yellow arrow? Boom, that's the link. And somebody else did their detectiveness, and they went back on a site called Wayback Machine to find Amberlynn Reid's video. And look right here. Boom. There's the link right there. And look at the video that has been removed. It's that whole rotisserie chicken video right there. So she lied to her audience saying this never happened before. I'm 100% the best YouTuber, and all nonsense and lies on top of lies. And there it is, right? Another fact that Amberlynn Reid is gonna just lie to her audience and make believe it didn't happen. Now, former baby girl, I hate to break it to you. You got all these reaction channels. You got everybody documented for years, everything that's going on. So to come on to your audience and say this stuff, and you know what's gonna come out, that's an insult to the people you're doing it to. And And I don't know if it's the people that you like over there, that's your fans, and you lying to them, which would be rude. Or it's the people that you consider haters and you lying to them and they already know you a lie, so they don't care anyhow. But one thing I've learned from you, Amberlynn Reid, is you will continue lying forever and ever. You know why? Because you do not want to be accountable. And that's the failure on your channel. If you came out here from the day one and you was always accountable, you said, I messed up. Yes, I did that. I got my guidelines. I did all this nonsense. And you admit it, people will have nothing to use against you. But instead, you just lied to the people that support you, the people that don't support you. That I don't even know what to say. How do you have a loving community if you can't even tell the truth to the people that like you? That doesn't make no sense, right? Think about it. You would not have the lifestyle that you have for the past 13 years that you said that you could buy whatever you want. You could spend $3,000 on DoorDash. You could spend $15 on a $1 drink. You could over there tore it out the house and then give it away. You could buy Legos for $700. Harry Potter Legos and whatever else nonsense. The Titanic one, $700. You could waste all your money, but you cannot even tell the truth to even people that support you. But now that we're done with all that nonsense and lies, we're going to move on to some more Q&As about that money, right? She's spending all that money. Remember that $6,000 bed you bought and you gave away for $1,500 because you didn't even use it? It doesn't matter. So look right here. Somebody asked Amberlynn Reid this question. Look, boom. How much have you spent on Choosy? I'm so curious. And Amberlynn Reid responds with $10,000 plus with a sad face right there. And you see how this is convenient. She's saying it's $10,000 plus. It could have been 20, 50,000. It could have been $1 billion. She conveniently starts it at 10,000 and it goes endlessly. It could be forever, infinite. It could be Google number, and that's what it is. But that's how she is. She conveniently words her stuff and says what it is to manipulate the audience, right? But the whole thing about this, if you don't know what Choosy is because you just found this video right now, you have no clue what I'm talking about. Let me try to explain. Choosy is a game that Amberlynn Reid said that she created. And it's a game where you just got a whole bunch of nonsense. I'm going to show a picture right here. Boom, right? You see these charms right here? This is what Amberlynn Reid is selling over there because she's trying to make some money. You see how there's millions and millions of these charms and little characters and everything, all these bags full of thousands and hundreds of thousands of stuff right here. This is the game that she has, right? You take, say, 10 of these bags, you pour them out all over the table. You have a pile of all them charms. Say there's 5,000 charms in a huge pile, like a volcano full of charms all over there in a big, huge pile. You could imagine how big it is, right? And then you're now going to take two, you're going to put them on the side and you're going to have your partner or yourself choose which one you like the most out of the two that you had on the table. And then you're going to take the one that's the best and you're going to put it on the side and the other one's going to go into another pile. Then you're going to take another two and you're going to do this over and over and over again. And then after that, you're going to now go through the best pile, right? And you're going to do it again. The two best, and you're going to select one, and then the least best you're going to put on the side. And you're going to do this for days or hours or millions of years until you get down to one single charm that you feel is the best. So you went through 5,000 and you finally got the one best. And then you know what you do with it? It doesn't matter. You're going to just start over and pick another bag and do it over. Can you imagine making your partner sit down and do this for days and hours and weeks? Over and over, and they don't even want to do it? But that's what she did to her partners, and it's terrible. I want you to think about this carefully. Amberlynn Reid's channel is down to one single video. So maybe she played Choosy with all her videos and she found the perfect video that she needed, and that's it. She's just going to end her career and move on. So now that we're done with the Choosy nonsense, we're going to go where Amberlynn Reid says she's moving on from YouTube and she never going to be back, or some nonsense that nobody's believing, not even her. So I found this little Instagram post once again over there that Amberlynn Reid posted. Look at this. Boom. Somebody asked, do you understand that you need to delete your videos rather than just privating them to satisfy YouTube? So Amberlynn responded, if I wanted to appeal in 90 days, I'd have to delete the ones that's against TOS. Yes, I do. I know this. I privated everything because the era has ended. I am moving on. So for the people that's new here that don't know the whole deal, Amberlynn Reid's channel got demonetized. She has to delete all the videos so she can get remonetized in 90 days to start making money again. But she's choosing to make the videos private instead and risk losing her channel and risk losing all the money. And she says she made $32,000 in 1 month. I don't know nobody that's going to give up a YouTube job that made $32,000 a month to keep their videos private. That makes no sense. Amberlynn Reid, if you got so much pride that you want to keep them there and be unemployed, you could choose that. But I don't know one person that would risk losing at least $100,000 a year over here on YouTube because they want to keep videos up. Now, Amberlynn Reid, you know what you do? You spend some money. You go to the internet, you buy the biggest hard drive, and you download all them videos you have on YouTube, and you put them on a computer somewhere, and you could watch them all day. But instead, you want to risk not getting your money back? Go right ahead. It makes no sense to me. I'm going to ask people in the comments, if you was making $100,000 a year on YouTube and millions over the years right here, and YouTube said you had to do one thing, you got to delete all your videos and reapply, and we'll start paying you again. Will you say no to that? Like, nah, I need them private videos. I'm not going to do nothing. I don't think Amberlynn Reid's going to play that game. She going to play it right now slow. She going to say, I'm going to keep it private. I'm going to do all this nonsense. I don't care about YouTube. I'm going to find another job. This is what I think is going to happen. Amberlynn Reid's going to slowly do this, right? She's just going to sit back and she's going to play this game and say whatever she has to do. And then she's going to slowly get closer to that 90-day mark, right? And she's going to say, let me just start deleting a little bit by little bit and hope nobody paying attention, right? And then when the 90 days come, maybe she deletes all the videos, right? And she just maybe keeps up the ones that's not against terms of service. Like there's some over there where she walking Twinkie and she out there doing all this nonsense and she driving to Wisconsin or whatever it is and she playing games or drawing or whatever it is. And then she going to keep them videos up. Then she'll reapply, right? And maybe she's going to succeed and she's going to come back to YouTube. And then she's going to say, well, I wasn't going to do it, but then I thought about it last minute and they reapplied me and I'm monetized. Join my channel. That's what I think is going to happen. I don't think she's going to leave this platform and just run away from hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars that she made here because she's upset right now that she's demonetized. I don't think she's going to do that, right? Because she's already come live. She made a long video. She didn't even have to do that. She could have just said, boom, I'm done. I'm demonetized. I'm not going to even post on Instagram. I'm done. I'm never talking to these people again and I'm moving on. But she keeping her channels open, right? She's over there keeping activity on Instagram. She does not have to do no Q&As. She could just sit back and relax right now, but she's not. She trying to keep active. She gonna do that TikTok. I saw she did the TikTok or whatever it is, and she deleted it yesterday or whatever's going on. But this is what I think. She gonna keep active, right? Because she can't just disappear for 90 days. Her channel will be stagnant. She'll get no views when she comes back, right? Only the people that follow, they'll probably go watch like at least 3 people. They'll run over there and watch. But this is what it is. She even keeping active on the community page. Today she posted that Twinkie's going to get a surgery, but that is now deleted. I was doing this video and it's deleted, disappeared off the face of the earth. So she must have not been getting good attention on that post. So she took the community post down. But you can see she's staying active. She's on Instagram, TikTok, and on the community page. A person that's not going to come back to YouTube, not going to be participating in anything here. They just going to move on with their life and say goodbye. So you can see Amberlynn Reid crying and nonsense that she demonetized and all this is just smoke and mirrors until she could come back. And you know how she used to be. She used to disappear in January and February, all the months that was slow and not making a lot of money. She would just disappear anyhow. And if my mathematics is correct, she should be back by February. Well, that's the end of the video, folks, and I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day. Later.